First of all, I'll introduce my two assistants. Anne Evans, who's our president, will be timekeeping. And just to let the teams know, on the first 10 seconds, when it reaches 8, you'll get a countdown to 8, 9, 10, 15. Okay? Traditional rules, 1 and 10 till lead the team. And on my left is our chairman, Jeff Headley, who is the scorer. I'll introduce the teams first. On my right, for Unison, Darren Martin, Madeline Evans, David Kenrick and Charles Johnson. And on my left, Rainhill Victoria, Nick Mills, Chris Quinn, Andy Firth and Graham Barker. We need to toss a coin. Perhaps one of you gentlemen will toss a coin and Madeline score.
Carry that.
Unison have won the toss and have elected to go first. Right. These questions set by Sestrian, whoever he is, and answers correct as April 2016. Darren, in 1986, the American writer Robert Penn Warren was appointed as the first person to hold which position in his country? Poet laureate for 2 points. Nick, which John Adams opera is based on the visit of a US president to an Asian country?
Nixon in China.
Nixon in China for 2. Madeline, which city, the most populous in Ecuador, is the country's main port? Not Garancho. Guayaquil, 1 bonus to Chris, number 2. And it's your question, Chris. Bamidele Germain are the 4 names of which FA Premier League footballer?
Jermaine Defoe.
Not Jermaine Defoe. Over. Bamidele Germain. No time. Anybody? Deli Ali. Bamidele Germain. Yes. And we are now up to David. Which John Adams opera is based on a terrorist hijack of the passenger liner Achille Lauro? Yes, Klinghoffer, 1 bonus to Darren. Andy, in 2004, the Scottish Parliament appointed Edwin Morgan to which position, becoming Scotland's first ever official national poet? Makar. 1 bonus to Nick at number 1. And Charles, which footballer did Leicester City sign from French League 2 side Le Havre in January 2014? Mahrez for 2 points. Graham, part of the metropolitan area of Lima, which city is Peru's chief seaport? Yes, Callao, yes. Yeah. 1 bonus point to Andy, and that's the end of round
5 to Rainhill and 5 to you.
Round 2. Darren. Which cosmodrome in Kazakhstan is the world's first and largest operational space launch facility? Baikonur for 2 points. Nick. What name is given to a cylindrical coil of wire acting as a magnet when an electric current passes through it, converting electrical energy to mechanical energy?
So,
2 points for solenoid. And Madeline. Lucian V. Smith, 1867, and Joseph F. Glidden, 1874, both received patents for which product?
barbed wire.
Barbed wire 1 for Darren. Chris, which word is used for listening to internal bodily sounds as an aid to diagnosis, usually with a stethoscope?
Osculation.
Over. You hit the bar there. Osculation is kissing, I believe. Auscultation. And David, poorly received by the public, a United States dollar coin, first minted in 1979, bore the image of which social reformer and feminist?
Try Mrs. Pankhurst.
Nope. Goes over.
Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony. The Yanks don't like it because they still want their green. And it's up to Andy. Andy, what name is given to the trophy awarded to the winner of BBC's Strictly Come Dancing? Glitterball, 1 to Chris. Charles, the Battle of Pork Chop Hill took place during which war? Korean for 2 points. And Graham, Emma is the title of a manuscript left incomplete on the death of which writer in 1855? It was completed by Claire Boylan and published as Emma Brown in 2003. Charlotte Bronte for 1 point, and that is to number 3, Andy, and that's the end of round 2.
Again, both teams scored 5, so both teams have 10.
Round 3, Darren. The winner of which Channel 4 reality show receives the Cowbell Trophy? The jump for 2 points. Nick, what name? Sorry, going the wrong round. 1 being round 3 is, long question this. It was recently announced that which woman, an abolitionist born Amarinta Ross, will displace Andrew Jackson on the front of the US $20 bill. She is noted for using the network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad.
Tubman.
Yes, Harriet Tubman for 2 points. And Madeline, Law and Justice and Civic Platform are 2 political parties in which European country? Law and Justice is 1, Civic Platform 0.
Poland.
Poland 1 to Charles 4. Chris, the Battle of Hamburger Hill took place during which war? Vietnam for 2. David, shepherd's weatherglass and shepherd's clock are among the names for which plant? Charlotte Pimpernel, 1 for Darren. 1. And Andy, the European Space Agency has extensively used the spaceport at Kourou, in which overseas territory? French Guiana, 1 bonus to Chris and Charles. The Earth's mean distance from the Sun, about 92.9 million miles, is known by which 2-word term used as a measure? Astronomical unit for 2. And Graham, in 1913, Gideon Sunderpack received a patent for an improved version of which item invented in 1893 by Whitcomb L. Judson. Zip fastener, 1 bonus to Chris, and that's the end of round 3.
Both teams scored 6, so 16 each.
Right, round 4. Darren, the Mannerheim line was a defensive fortification built by which country against the Soviet Union?
Finland.
2 points for Finland. Nick, which bird, a member of the kingfisher family, is sometimes called the Bushman's clock? Kookaburra for 2. Madeline, who wrote the unfinished 19th century novel The Watsons? Jane Austen for just on the bell for 2 points. And Chris, in the word parsec, use the distance of about 3.26 light years. Sec means second. For what is par short? P-A-R. Parallax for 2. David, the definitions of which word include a wooden or wire support around which a sculpture, model, etc. is constructed, and a moving part in a magnetic circuit to indicate the presence of electric current? Armature 1 to Darren. Andy, the United Nations buffer zone known as the Attila Line or Green Line is in which country? Cyprus is correct for 2. Charles, which word is used for medical examination by means of touch? Palpation, yeah. 1 bonus to not palpitation. And we're up to Graham. Fidesz and Jobbik are political parties in which country? Hungary 1 to Nick, end of round 4.
8 to Victoria and 5 to Unison. So the scores are 24 plays 21.
Right, swapping over, starting with Nick. Searle, I don't know if it's Sopsy, C-I-R-L, corn, reed and rock are all types of which bird? 1 to Chris. Darren, based on the 2000 film, who wrote the score for Billy Elliot, the musical? John for 2 points. Chris, the trade union NACODS, N-A-C-O-D-S, represents workers in which industry? Mining, yes. 2 points. And Madeline, a cran equal to 37.5 gallons is used as a measure of capacity for what? Herring. In brackets, just landed in port. 2 to Madeline. Andy, premiered in 2000, a musical film, premiered in 2000, a musical with music by Elton John and lyrics by Tim Rice is based on which Verdi opera? Aida 1 to Graham. David, the current series of which country's banknotes feature the so-called Big Five game manuals on the reverse? South Africa 1 to Ghana. Graham, which American actor died in 1993 while working on the film Dark Blood? It was eventually released in 2012. Over. River, Phoenix, 1 bonus. Darren and Charles. Udon, U-D-O-N, is a type of thick wheat flour noodle in the cuisine of which country? Japan for 2, end of round 5.
4 for Rainhill, making 28. And 2, 4, 6, 8 for Unison, making 29.
Right, round 6, starting with Nick, who presented the TV game show Family Fortunes in between stints by Bob Monkhouse and Les Dennis. Max Bygraves, 1 to 3. Darren, the ancient city of Tyre, T-Y-R-E, is in which modern-day country? One point to Charles. Chris, in Norse myth, which god of evil and mischief was the instigator of Baldur's death? Loki for 2. Madeline, which Australian actor died while working on the 2008 film The Dark Knight? Heath Ledger, 1 to Darren. Andy, on a calculator button, for what does the abbreviation EXP stand? Exponential, 1 bonus to Nick. David, Arctic, roseate and sandwich are all types of which bird? Tern is correct for 2. And Graham, a museum in Santa Fe is dedicated to which artist? Best known for her paintings of enlarged flowers, New York skyscrapers and New Mexico landscapes. Georgia O'Keefe for 2. And Charles, which breakaway union representing coal miners was formed in 1985 with Roy Link as its president? UGM is correct. 1, 2. Union of Democratic Miners 1. Darren, end of round 6.
6 to Rainhill, making 34. And 5 to Unison, making 34.
Round 7. Nick, which animal is missing from this list of the so-called Big 5 game animals? Elephant, lion, leopard, rhinoceros, and buffalo. 2 points. Darren, on a calculator button, for what do the letters MR stand? Mike Romeo. Correct. That was a good report. 2, you was in time. Chris, pho, spelled P-H-O, is a noodle soup in the cuisine of which country? Not Korea. Vietnam, 1 to Madeline. And Madeline, also known as the Blue House, an art museum in Mexico City, is dedicated to the life and work of which female artist? Frida Kahlo for 2. Andy, the site of the ancient city of Carthage is now a suburb of which city? Tune in for 2. David, who presented the TV game show Blankety Blank in between stints by Terry Wogan and Lily Savage?
Les Dawson.
2 points. Let's go. Graham, a chord, C-O-R-D, 128 cubic feet, is a measure of what? Originally determined by use of a cord or string. Timber, in brackets, cut, wood or timber. 1 to Andy and Charles. In Norse myth, which wolf was the offspring of Loki?
Fenris or Fenrir?
Yes, Fenrir or Fenris, either's acceptable. 1 to David and end of round 7.
5 to Victoria, making 39. And 7 to Unison. Yeah. Sorry, 8 to Unison, yeah. Making 42.
Right, 3 in it as we enter the last round. And starting with Nick. A getter, G-E-T-A, is a wooden sandal worn in which country? Not Spain. Over. China? No, anybody? Japan. Darren, the shipping forecast areas Portland, North Sarah and South Sarah are all named after what?
Headlands.
Not headlands. Islands. Yeah. 1 to Chris. And Chris, in 1998, which company launched the first fully indigenous Indian passenger car, the Indica? Tata, brackets, Motors. 2 to Chris. And Madeline, who was the captain of the men's West Indies cricket team which won the ICC World T20 tournament in India in 2016? Sammy, Darren, Sammy. And one to Graham. And Andy, the shipping forecast areas Seoul, Fisher and Bailey are all named after what? Not lighthouses.
Fly fishing ground.
No, sandbanks. And your question, David, which word can be used for a form of Caribbean sorcery and a sash worn in traditional Japanese dress? Obi, one to Madeline. Do we want the score?
That open. 43 against 43.
43 all, as we go into the last two questions. Graham.
No pressure.
Which West Indian cricketer hit Ben Stokes for 4 consecutive sixes in the last over of the ICC World T20 Final in 2016? Brathwaite. And Charles, for the manufacture of what is the Indian company Hero principally known? No, I'm passing that over. Bicycles.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen it, and now you said it, it's on the front of their shirts. Yeah.